You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's start the prophecy! Welcome back guys, it's Elwood here from Not So Serious Gaming. Today I'll be talking about Prophecy, and today's prophecy is that unfortunately you'll never get to experience this crazy creation. Due to some technical issues, this map became unplayable and my good friend Duty Fruity was forced to abandon this project, and this great map was going to be called Prophecy. This started off as a fun project for Duke to try and challenge himself, by changing all the standard mechanics of what we know and love as traditional zombies to see what other crazy games he could try and create. Previously, he'd already created an epic Among Us inspired game mode for him and his friends to play, placing them against each other as some would become traitors trying to sabotage everyone else by locking perk machines, leaving players unable to pimp themselves out, and even closing doors, forcing players to have to repurchase them, and even eventually killing them, or even worse, watching them die as they block them in the room with a horde of zombies, whilst the undead are still at large consuming the brains of their fallen comrades.
So the war is against Elwood, and Elwood is going to die very soon.
Oh.
There we go. Bye, Elwood.
Prophecy was inspired by Destiny, as Duke wanted to create something that felt like you were completing a tough.
No,
Huh?
era impossibile.
Help me! Help me! Don't fall again, don't fall again.
Ma niente, non decidere.
And minor just stress, a tough raid-like battle, to then be rewarded with loot that you could spend to improve your character and your gear. This means no perks, just you, your loadout and your wits to fight these phantoms and knights, as well as many more foes that just love to project on fire balls of death at you in all shapes and sizes. The hell's... what? What the hell was the big orb thing? It just made everything go black.
What?
I went in an orb thing and everything went black. Oh what? I see. Did I die?
You died.
He created multiple death arenas with their own style of gameplay, and maybe even a giant boss with a shield ready to take all you can throw at it. This map stemmed from the idea of having a tower of bosses, but like any great idea, another one came along in the form of Destiny, due to him playing Destiny with his friends at the time, and this inspired a lot of changes. Having the pleasure of knowing the Duty Fruit for a while, I was lucky enough to be able to help test this map. Alright, let's see what the prophecy is all about. Yeah, it might be recording. There's water in the first area. I'm scared of drowning. We're gonna drown. We're gonna drown, Duke. Being able to see all the hard work that goes into making all these great maps, and even going through the design process of each enemy, and he even showed me via Discord so I could learn in order to help me with my own maps. Ha! This was great to see how he transformed it from a COD game to a Destiny-like experience full of great models and ideas to keep you on your toes. Of course, as soon as we started, he left me to my own devices to fend for myself and to work out what I was meant to do.
You say that I don't have to tell you anything, right?
What? No, that's not how it works. I'm not meant to figure stuff out, I'm too stupid. Oh, well. The only issue is, I had never actually played any raids in Destiny, so I was just left to slaughter everything in my path until things started to make sense. Huh, just like this massive ball of death that came flying at me to obliterate everything in its path in seconds. This led to the cool discovery that I would respawn after a countdown, not needing the aid of a friend to revive, meaning we could just never die, and that we could just continue and conquer the level. Oh, and on top of that, you'd become a sick looking skull to be able to give your friends great encouragement as they ponder whether they revive you or not.
The balls of your grandmother. No! No!
Now I just have to survive long enough to figure out the objective of this map, and luckily I did. The main theme with each area is that you'd have to kill the keepers or the knights as they later became known. Due to each update, massive model improvements would occur, transforming this more into a Destiny styled map. But a few changes were sad to see, as he replaced the bear drops with Destiny orbs, and I'm not gonna lie, I just love the idea of having bear drops enabling you being able to hit the box but only a limited amount of time. This was all able to happen thanks to Easy Skanker, who acquired these models for him. Once killing the knights, you needed to collect the light or the dark particles from its corpse, When you had 5 required, you would have to deposit them in a matching shrine. This would also change your camera angle into third person, giving you a sense of urgency and vulnerability, resulting in a cool fresh experience. Depending on the area, this could be all you need to do to complete it and move to the safe zone. The safe zone is definitely the coolest part, as this helped me fully understand the mechanics that he was actually trying to create for this map. But I'll get back to that in just one moment. First of all, I want to mention the amazing guns he created. Thanks to his newly learnt lure skills and HUD creation, each gun had its own description and damage shown. So finally, you don't need to take your weapon blind, being able to know what you're going to get before you trade out your current arms. Most of these guns came with a secondary attack, although some of them just had a devastating main attack that helped you destroy the strongest opponents he had created to stand in your way, hoping that they could deplete your gun level, reducing your damage. A few of the guns have Black Ops 3 models, and some of them have Destiny versions. I'll show you the ones I was able to get the footage for, and please let me know down below which ones you prefer. I'll have a weird montage or something, or I might even do another voiceover bit here, I'm not quite sure. But hey, I really hope you like these sick weapons, because they really need to be appreciated. So here's what I found. The Eager Scepter would freeze the enemies, and once killed it would burst, freezing the surrounding enemies. Oh, and it would also refill your mag. This is a launch driver, a really powerful weapon, but once you get a headshot it deploys a black hole that sucks up anything in its wake. The Sunshot was a mega powerful pistol that had the chance to cause massive fire damage pretty much on every shot. And lastly, I found both versions for 1000 voices. This was a devastating weapon causing massive AoE damage, with sticky molten balls that would explode, spreading much carnage across the area. And now for the weapons I only had the Destiny versions for. The first one I have to show you is the Rat King. This is a pretty cool pistol that when you get a headshot and you reload, you become invisible, like you fade out of existence. There's also the Thorn. This poisoned the enemies, and also left balls of death that once you walked into them it would increase your damage. There's many other guns here that I don't know the name for, so I do apologise to all those Destiny fans. Many of these guns had some pretty cool effects, just like this one which shot red beams of death that could penetrate through anything. Or this one that could help out a friend. Once you got kills with it, it decreased the amount of time that they needed to be revived. When I heard there were no perks in this map, I was shocked knowing of all the great perks out there, and also the 4 amazing perks he had created and let me use within the ghettoest of maps. Check out my map if you haven't. Check it out, Ghetto Town, yeah! The hordes that were going to surround you would surely deplete your health within seconds, but knowing my fruitful friend, he had prepared for this, with later updates increasing your health, giving you a viewable health bar, but not only that, now you had not 1, not 2, but 3 jumps to help you escape the massive swarm within tight areas to lead to a new exciting way to play zombies. The mixture of new and fresh game mechanics mixed in with the old with a sprinkle of fancy weapons led to a really enjoyable experience that I can only hope you lot can enjoy through this video, and hopefully one day he may recreate this so everyone can enjoy it for themselves. Now for the main mechanics of the game and everything that goes along with it. As you already know, you have to kill the knights and collect their particles and place them in the shrines to progress. But the dark particles can only be dropped once killing the knights in the shadow areas of the map, and the light particles can only be collected once you kill the knights in the sunny areas. This I just thought was a great feature, but you can only pick up the light or the dark particles at once, not both shades at the same time. He added a progression bar to increase the chances of getting better loot in the top left corner, and this takes multiple factors into account, such as damage output and how much you die, and also what boss variants you had killed, and so much more. There's 3 different tiers of loot that you can get, rare, epic and exotic, and you can also hold 3 different tiers of weapons, leading to some devastating combinations of weapons. Being able to kill a lot of the unique enemies would increase your loot progression greatly, so it wasn't all about being the quickest to complete each stage, although the longer you did spend in each stage the harder the enemies got, so it was all about time and kill management, making it a great map for squad players to work together. Dying also affects your gun level, not just for you but for your overall squad, so if a player dies and is not revived by another player, you'll lose a lot of gun levels. Luckily this could be prevented with a helping hand. Sadly he swapped the skull model over for the Destiny one, and I'm not gonna lie, I preferred the skull model. When completing an area you'll travel to a safe zone in order to be rewarded with your loot based on the damage that each player did, so if you spent the entire time dead you would have a slim chance of being able to get anything that good, as you need an exotic item to be able to get an exotic weapon. But that's the best thing about the team progression bar, if you did unlock exotic, you'll still at least get 1. The gun levels are increased every time someone hits the box, so you could wait until everyone had finished hitting the box for the maximum level and hit it then yourself. But don't worry, if you hit the box first, you can also earn lumen, which is a currency that you can use to purchase levels for your gun, and even get items so you can get exotic weapons, also banners that can be placed so allies can collect ammo whenever it's needed. And it was just crazy the amount of details that are being inputted into this sadly unseen map that never got completed and had so much more potential. I mean, he even created areas so crazy that they'd rotate once completed, so you'd play on each face of the room. I mean, it was so crazy the game actually killed you when in transition, as the game couldn't even handle it. I really hope you enjoyed my video on this unseen map that was sadly lost due to Duke replacing files, resulting in the corruption of what could have been one of the most unique maps we have ever seen. So this video is just a massive shout out to all those mappers who put so much hard work and dedication to create some of these amazing masterpieces that we can all enjoy for free. So thank you Black Ops 3 mappers for years of entertainment that you've given us all. Let's try get 100 likes so we could show our appreciation to them all. And hey, you never know, it might encourage my friend Mr. Fruity to finish this project. Well, start it again and finally finish this project so we can all get to play this great map. This has been Elwood from Not So Serious Gaming. I hope you have a great morning, evening and night, whatever time of day is out there. I hope you have a great one and peace out.
The fuck was that?